Yeah, as promised, Fischer is going around to tell to various leaders within the resistance, telling them to meet at the essentially mess hall, or the mess tent.
Or we can meet in the giant cool stone tower.
Certainly, if you want to use it, then you're free.
I spent way too much gold on this. Yeah, I want to use it.
And
how tall is it? Because people can't see we're here.
Right.
Everybody get out of the
30 feet tall.
Everybody get out of the tower, the cottage,
Is it
please.
taller than the trees? How tall are the trees here?
I go out of the cottage.
Dabber, get out of the cottage.
If it's 30 feet, the trees will not be tall enough to cover it completely.
Don't do it.
Never mind then.
We can meet in the cottage.
We can meet in the cottage.
There it is.
Okay, so we only have to be 8 people, I guess.
We have more.
8 people. We have surely can.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can fit a lot more than 8 people. There's only just 8 people that can sleep in it.
I believe the magic is specified that it's 8 people that are allowed within.
Oh,
otherwise it collapses himself in a black hole.
No, it's
We can just use a regular tent, guys.
yeah, that's fine. Let's use the regular wood tent.
And you just
This is
yes.
savages.
Thank you.
Which quite naturally means we can't use my tent because it's anything but regular. As you can see here, there's a little bit of wagon skin over here. I got that one last summer.
Spring Break 2008. Great.
And you just hear in the background, Kriana says, "Don't get him started."
Great year. You turned around and looked back. You never do that.
Okay, meeting, I guess.
Yes, unless you want to do anything before the meeting.
I just want to eat.
Yeah. So again, you are
Just eating while we're having the meeting.
Yeah.
No
Something
worries.
with a jug of mayonnaise.
upright. Welcome, Joe.
Should I fill that?
But yeah,
I think we think actually think it's from the bag holding.
I have the bag of holding. Do you want the jar of mayonnaise?
Come on in, help yourself to your mayonnaise.
fish sticks.
So, we're
Okay,
now...
who is in the tent?
In the tent, you have Fischer, you have Wilbur, you have Casimir. African.
I'll just look over the
Yeah, there's Sura, Nat the Vermin, also the Warforged Metal, there's Captain Fang, Triana, and her second in command, Ian. And then you also have Olivia from the Burning Mace.
Didn't I scold Wilbur last time we saw him?
What?
Did I scold Wilbur last time?
Yeah, the last night you did, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the guy, yes.
So it's approximately more than 24 hours since you last saw him.
Okay.
He seems more calm and collected, but clearly a focus in his eyes. Yes, as you're all aware, I've gathered you here today because, well, we need to prepare for the coming battle. I would like to hear what people might have for suggestions. Any expertise you have that can be useful, please share it here. Lives are at stake.
What is our approximate force size?
Wilbur says, right here in the camp we are over 50 people, but we have recruited various people inside town. I can promise at least 400 people that will turn up at the battle.
But these are villagers, not
Indeed.
trained soldiers. Okay.
The plan is essentially while we march to gather any people we pass by, or at least have them escorted out of town.
And what is the size of the enemy's force?
And Nat scratches his upper lip like I did, and he says, "They are about 1,200, but you'll kill a couple guys at this point. So
we're talking like 1,100,
1,190 people, I guess."
Great.
Well, we've killed more than 10 people, surely.
Oh, we have, but oh, you mean here? We actually call those as well. So right now we're about a 3 to 1 disadvantage.
Wait, 3 to 1.
If we're 400.
Oh, if they have 400 in that's
Yeah.
Right.
And most of ours are not even trained soldiers.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
So we got to be smart about this.
You know the size of the town is approximately, I believe I said 40,000 people. So,
But I'm all for having people help in restating their city, but I also don't want to endanger common folk by asking them to fight trained soldiers.
Yeah.
If we want to do that, we need to target where most of are enemies located, which would be in the barracks by Echo Swamp, if I remember correctly.
If they're still located out in Echo Swamp, then why don't we try to cut them off from getting into the city? If we take the city, we split the forces.
You see Metal, the Warforged, who attempts to identify herself as a woman, clearly wearing all too much makeup.
I can appreciate that.
She is puffing on a pipe. Not because she gets anything out from it, but because it looks cool. Yeah, but essentially. Well, certainly, dear, that is the whole idea. We will sweep across the town and then force them back into the swamps, and there, well, deal with them.
I'm not forcing them into the swamps. I'm saying that if most of the forces in the swamps, we have forces in the swamps and forces in the city. We cut up the two forces so the swamp can't reinforce the city. We take the city and then we take the swamp.
But isn't it an issue if we like split down in the middle of them, because then they can just move towards us in a pincer movement?
It would just be an attack on both sides.
If we push around it, yes, but if we cut them off so the swamps never know that the city's being attacked.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That could work.
Well, we could have some of the druids create essentially a collapsible tomb. Casman says.
Anything about it, because right now we are surrounded.
Are we this battle that's forthcoming will take place in the city itself, I take it?
No, the first part, at least.
There will be bloodshed no matter how we put this.
I wasn't trying to avoid bloodshed, I was just trying to figure out if we could use the terrain to our advantage.
Perhaps we could attack the city, and if we have the means to cut off the swamp anyway, we might as well attack the city and then have some of our forces cut off the. So we're clearing the city, getting the folks out, perhaps, and then have to deal with the swamp later.
What about the leaders of the enemies? Are they still,
Give me a second. My kill list. We have Tredrax and Duke Blarg the Primal.
And also the
Keep
Etten
telling you people, it's Blar.
Blar.
In the original Orcish, it's Blar.
And you also have the Major General Horum and Klaus and Etten.
So he outranks the Duke? Or
No, Duke Blanc is a Lieutenant
Tredrax
General.
is his bodyguard.
So he's his bodyguard?
Yeah, Tredrax, he was the one riding the giant scorpion. He's bodyguard to Eater.
So we have two groups of high-ranking enemies. What I'm saying is that maybe since we're so small, we should try to do is cut off the head of the snake.
Well, actually, could we? I'm not really that familiar with what you have in terms of means, but was it possible to replace the head of the snake? Any of you proficient in disguises?
You look at Sura, who is a hobgoblin, says, well, I've done that for quite a while, but...
So we kill the head.
But they
Console our
have those dogs that can smell us out. And they are a problem.
The problem is also that the ranks are not given here, they're given back home in Kharakaz. It's the Supreme General, Tyler Blackshield, who decides everything.
I mean, the other opportunity is that we actually take the fight to the swamp. We use the terrain to our advantage. We're a smaller force, we use hit and run guerrilla tactics.
I am very on board with this idea.
Try to draw try to either clear the swamp or try to take out the force, draw the forces from the city into the swamp.
Casman says, it's a good idea, but most of us soldiers are not fitted to fight in the swamp. They are more fitted to an urban setting.
Well, neither are their soldiers.
Do they have cavalry?
I also have the means of leading a substantial group of people through the swamp.
Perhaps
What
we
about
should
a double attack?
Yeah, perhaps we should do both. Create a guerrilla task force, essentially diverting the focus away.
Guerrilla warfare will take a long time. So if we want to strike a decisive blow, then we probably can't go to guerrilla warfare.
Fair enough.
Perhaps if we... would it be
If
possible?
we have someone attacking the city, we can have a distraction team situated in the Echo Swamps.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then we go into the Echo Swamp and kill the leaders.
What if we okay, we're talking about again, we're surrounded. We send someone into the swamp to draw the swamp forces away further from the city and use that as a chance to take the city. When the forces come back to the swamp, we can either deal with the guerrilla tactics or if enough forces, we can let them
And fortify, yeah.
Very keen on this idea. It would of course require some stony hands and leadership to get us through the Echo Swamp, and luckily we're overflowing in that.
So how many people can the starship carry?
One.
Cool.
Casman says we also have to find a way to deal with the ships docked at the harbour. And
Right.
during
Didn't
during
they
the-
move?
Destroyed one of them.
You have destroyed, actually, I believe, 2 or 3 at this point.
I'm out of.
There were a total of 14 stationed.
Yeah, but didn't they all move because of the fire?
Yeah, there were, most of them moved slightly further down, but they are.
Why are they a problem?
Well, they can shoot into town. They can shoot fairly far. They can hit the bordello and everything between.
Just bombarded with the catapults and stuff.
So this is what I'm suggesting. The first part is that we send a force of people, small group, out into the swamp to draw as much of the main force from the swamp further out to the east, away from the city. Then we have to take the ships so that we can. So we're the ones who have this fire superiority on this town. And then we march into the town, try to take the town, using the ships to cover us. Once we have the town, we can then deal with the fourth element in the swamp.
Neris, I think perhaps you would be most ideal to deal with the ships. You turn yourself into one of them water creatures. Then you board the ship with a smaller team, and then you
Smash them.
Yeah, no, I mean not necessarily smash them, but I mean you should be able to take a ship. They're probably not that well crewed.
Exactly. They are basically minimal. Krana also raises his hand and says, "Well, we can do the same thing we did last time. Have some of our dragon wormlings submerge and then breach the hull with the acid."
But we'd rather, if possible, we would want to take the ships and use them ourselves.
Yeah.
Well.
But I mean,
and if it is a minimal crew, then it should be relatively.
At least something for Captain Fang and his crew.
oh yeah.
Ah, this sounds a job perfect fit for me. And she actually takes a step on the table, and his command is like,
this to be successful though, but
I just want him away from me.
yeah, that's fair.
Well, maybe.
"Fear not, sweet lady.
Maybe
Captain Fang will be on the job."
Sweet, and call me lady once more, and I'll stab you.
Isn't that a sweet Moorland?
And Gretchen's like, oh, but he's told like, "Oh shit."
It's a nice woman.
Well,
Right, I've been in the swamp for a while. What's the difference between lady and woman?
The difference is, if you call me a lady, I will stab you. If you call me a woman, I will not.
Lady's a title.
Forget about those.
And also,
Excuse me, what was that?
He said you're nuts. So
He said you're hot.
Maybe Captain Fang is the.
That's even worse.
No, that's fair.
I know Captain Fang is a sea captain, but he does have a boisterous personality.
Yeah.
Perhaps he would be the one.
I believe you think the word is charismatic.
Swoosh.
Maybe he would be the one to draw.
he's a sea captain. You can see us in grey. But yeah, he could draw them off into further into the swamp, and then with the ships taken by Neris, and we have all the druids as well, or anything that
the majority of the druids are from the Black Dragon Science.
all right, because they're all So
What if they're the ones in the swamp? The swamp is their homeland.
Yeah.
And
They would have an
it is
that's true.
Yeah, they will be perfectly fit.
You don't engage them directly, you draw them out, you don't have a decisive battle, you try to pull them into them further and further away into the east.
Distract.
Easily done.
Right. So that's the plan. The dragon folk, they draw the people away from the swamp.
Who has your other sentence down? Or that makes your sentence down?
Sika, where are you? Sika, are you there? Where are you, Sika? Sika, where are you? Sika, where are you? Sika, where are?
Leonard.
Do not make me regret keeping this item. What do you want, Blake?
Where is Seeker?
Who is
Where are you?
Where am I?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
But you know where.
He's not
you know where the lich Ezekiel is.
Oh, that one.
He's in.
It's that guy.
He's in Toothspire.
Never mind.
For some reason, we gave him a scene. Mainly so I can bother with it.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's Ezekiel the Lich. You're just calling me Seeker.
No, it's Seeker has the stuff.
Again, no. Seeker is the one controlling the lich. He's a puppeteering
Oh, right.
the lich, the Seeker.
I'm thinking if we use my tower as a lookout on Crone Hill to keep an eye out of any forces from Echo Swamp.
But then they'll know we're here, Crone's Hill. They don't
Yeah,
know
but
that.
aren't we doing the last then either way?
Yeah, we're
That's true.
our fight anyway.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So once the fighting goes, once the fighting in the ship starts going, then we can set up the tower and we start attacking the city, and then we can have someone.
And Kriana looks towards you and says, "How far is it that you can shoot again?"
Well, 600 feet.
Dang. Because I believe maybe
probably
there
could if
should
you
be
draw them off a cliff.
a main force, what you call it, a land force, but maybe we should also have some skirmishers sent out.
Well,
Pick out single targets.
I believe that Sniper and I, if we set up your tower as a nest inside the city instead, we might be able to take out key priority targets, him and I.
We just need someone watching the swamp to let us know if the forces start coming from the swamp.
But surely a lookout on the coast itself capable of sending, dancing lights up will do that trick.
Dancing lights.
Yeah. Just someone to send some kind of a.
And you can see in that moment just puts both his feet up, takes one of the chakras, like, I'm your guy.
Right?
Wait, aren't you like an assassin type person?
Yeah, but I can also cast light. Whatever you need, man.
So no, actually, this is quite the opposite of something personal. You are far too valuable to use as a lookout.
Just a compliment, eh?
You never said you were just a goblin.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
Hey, you're more than just a goblin.
I never
You're a
said
soft goblin.
you were just a goblin. I said you are useless and your life has no value because you're
No,
a
I
goblin.
said about Bob.
I forgot how far is the range on me and Arthur's thought communication.
I believe 100 feet.
Yeah, probably not.
And-
I just now realized my little free spell, Lightning Arrow, is Hanzo's ultimate from Overwatch.
Yeah.
But I just literally anyone they can cast sending if they can cast it.
Then
Don't we have any
You know what?
men?
I have
again-
spare fireworks for my goddamn entrance.
Olivia raises his hand, says, "We can take on that assignment
Yes.
easily."
Then we take the tower, set up in town, and use that as your
Sniper
spot. Yeah.
I believe that I should team up with Wilbur for that assignment.
Yeah, sure thing.
His middle name is, after all, Sniper.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it's really nice to being in a commune that once again just names people after their location.
And you see Kellen Fischer looks at you like, I'm a merchant and a former spy.
That's just perfectly confusing.
You make a fair point, Forrester.
Thank you.
You too, Blaster.
It's Sir Blasphemous.
Sir Blaster. Wait, what's last names?
It's a means of making sure that people have the same first name.
Oh, I thought it was the last name you uttered before you died. Like, damn you, George!
I would never be killed by anyone named George. Not dramatic enough.
Actually, have a naming sermon in
Yeah.
before you die. Like,
Yeah.
and now Juliet.
There is a good chance that I am being cursed in that way myself, but usually just say something like lines of.
Oh shit, not again.
Okay,
So,
well,
we have snipers up in the nest.
yes,
We have Neras and the ships.
yes.
What are the rest of us doing?
Aurora,
As in, the rest of
perhaps
us, the people who have.
you and I should kill some of the leaders. I mean, if we take them by surprise, they have more holes in them than a Swiss cheese. Believe it or not.
Never says, is that a good idea? I recall you wanted to surprise.
Those guards were, I mean,
They were elite
they
soldiers.
should be promoted to kings and admirals. I don't know what the hell they were doing.
2 seconds, I need to find my notes.
Why were they protecting? I mean, it makes sense that they were protecting the big old badges, but he ran ahead.
I do have notes on Blarg. He's a warrior, he's a druid. His weakness is he's not smart. But the thing is, his strength is that he's strong and he's fierce.
Actually, yeah, his
And very wise.
He's strong.
That's
That's
my
a
only
game changer.
That's my only. And he is fierce in bestial form, and that's the only
Yes,
thing I
and his name is Blar.
can. Blar.
But sure.
He has a beast form.
He's a druid.
He's a druid.
He can
Can
apparently
we somehow...
stab him.
No, I was thinking...
Only problem, we don't know where he is.
Hit him with a bottle.
Then we draw him out. Okay, Speed, how about this? I'm no good for sneaking, surprise. But
I am.
yes,
Really? Just all the colours
Mr.
of the
King
wind.
Clank.
But you can paint with all the colours of the wind, so that's very good.
yeah. But I can.
And but look at you see metal like looks at you and looks down, looks up again, and like, sorry dear, are you wearing a warforge?
That what I can do is I can inspire people, and I can lead people. So I take to the streets.
Most definitely.
I gather people behind me, and I draw out the Duke. You kill him.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
I think we should be more than 2 people. What's her name? Sura. She's a Shadowmark. She will be joining us then. Instead of sneaking.
Wait, is she the one who shot me?
No.
Sura was the one assisting you after you were shot.
Okay, cool. We draw him, or if possible, we try to draw him out so that he meets us around the base of the watchtower.
Yeah.
So that the snipers can provide cover fire for us.
I will probably assist you then, because if any guards show up, I will be able to, with my blast and freezing stuff, be able to keep them at bay while you're rounding out people.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna need to be getting down that tower rather quickly, because in case you do get overwhelmed, yeah.
I can cast. I can cast fly on you.
Well, in case we do get overwhelmed,
I do have a nightmare.
But wait, I have to touch you, don't I?
Yeah.
You have a what?
Jeffrey. I got a nightmare.
No. Why do I pretend to be surprised? Why would I? I mean, obviously.
a nightmare! I just got that.
Did you think you'd come back and you wouldn't have it? Yeah, had a horse that's made from a tortured unicorn.
No, the thing is, most of all, I'm surprised that you haven't all sold your souls yet.
Hey.
Who says I haven't? I mean,
See now it's like, what the hell, dude?
Right, that was rude. what I'm surprised at is that I came back and Aurora hasn't sold all your souls.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
I would sell you.
I mean, her brother is sort of in heaven. We assume he might be in heaven.
No, you specifically. No, not again, not hell, no.
Within technicality, like within the more technical approach to combat, if I am within closer range, say about 10 feet, I am actually capable of doing a substantial amount of damage to a large group of enemies.
Okay.
Which means that me getting down close quickly would be of a substantial help to the battle.
Maybe this will. Yeah, there's an immovable rod. Click it just before you land, and then you should be fine.
Unless your arm gets out of the socket.
Okay, also, or here's something else.
Rope.
This is called rope.
Yeah, actually, I also need this.
You non-caster must have it so hard, Casmus says, like...
My life is fantastic.
It's because
I
you are
stab
fantastic.
people.
Yeah, then you are fantastic, so...
Yes, I know.
Right, Elsie.
Okay, Neris?
I almost expect you to return the favor. Oh, you non-stabbers must have it so hard.
Non-stabbers. Must be so boring.
But I will
Not stabbing people.
You wanted to say something out of that?
Yes, Neris will be helping with the ships, but then she will join us. She will join, more specifically, you two on the ship.
Yeah.
And rail some ass.
I mean,
And what?
Rail some ass.
Mm.
Rail some ass will also... No, probably she should be...
okay, let's stop talking about my morning. But if we set up the battle as much as possible
What's the time where?
around the Zoric estate. Because that puts us close enough to the water where the ships can provide cover fire for us.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
If we need to close out one of the roads, I do have my summer house.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Just strategically, offensively deploy summer house.
Yeah.
That,
Okay. You said around here?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, I've always wanted to shove my tower up someone's butt.
Okay, good. Because if we place the tower in the middle of the road, then we're blocking it. So the enemies who are at the Bergmeister's house and the Sea Sentinel's headquarters, they can't get so easily.
The ships get as far down here as they can while still not being too near the coast, so they can fight cover fire the entire time the enemy is reinforcing itself.
Also, I keep telling people it's blurred, Meister.
Okay, we have a plan.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Good.
We should spread word into town.
Yeah.
And you see Soros like gets up and nods, says, I'll make sure of it.
I
And just-
will do as well.
And
Are you
yeah.
sure?
Mm-hmm. I take up my armor. And then I pull my pickup off. No, and I'm wearing priest clothes underneath.
Ah,
I'm gonna go.
They know who you are.
Oh. No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
yeah, that's why we were attacked by an assassin.
No, they don't. Matt, disguise kit.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Picasso, paint!
Right, so. Just gonna contour a little bit here.
So what
That is how you contour.
That's under there. And then you blend!
That's blending.
Yes, now you know he looks like Daphne with makeup.
So Daphne?
And you see
the role for that.
that the vermin gets up, casts disguise self from himself, so he also looks like a gnome. And says,
That's the
I'll be right behind, just in case. Also, he needs some music, man.
So would you like to...
And you see he puts away the harp and then finds a piccolo.
And then a bunch of grasses here.
Okay,
You wanna come
what's
to
my
Every?
what's my style, man? That cracks.
Oh yes.
But where do you want your bags?
But
Do you want more people to...
what all I'm doing is, or all I'm thinking is that everyone who can goes in. If you guys go to tavern, start spreading the story, I'm gonna do my preaching thing, and we just kind of set the mood.
Yeah, that
But
seems like a good idea.
please watch out for those smelly dogs because they can smell us.
Cool. What does it look like?
Well, and that says, when not transformed, they look like hobgoblins or goblins.
Oh,
it's
the
the-
artists.
Yeah.
It's dogs who are almost
But then,
Yeah.
Cool.
most of them are pardon of the heart and seal. You can recognize those guys by their black armor and a shield iconography on their chest.
We'll try our best.
Can we mask our sense somehow?
And you see Olivia. Like,
Would camouflage be useful for that?
depends. Is it magically? You also
No, it's a.
again, but it doesn't state that you can only be tracked by magic. I believe it's something like that. So yeah, I would say so.
Right. Well.
But you can only do it within, for instance, the swamp or in the forest and so forth. It's not urban setting. Olivia says, well, I probably could mask you from the demonic entities, and they are essentially demons.
Good.
Right.
And then I would also be masking me from me.
You're
I'm
not
not-
actually a demon, though, so you
I'm
can just
fine
act like one.
Things you Olivia says, I'm not that good.
I use so much surgery to make it look like flames are going out of my eyes. It's like
Deep.
I will use a torch to do the same.
And you just see Kellen is just sitting there like, what have I gotten myself?
Right. So, should we sum up the plan?
Yes.
we're going into town.
So right now we're going to town. We're going to start spreading or kind of getting the mood set.
All right.
Then once we're ready to act,
When do we act? Tomorrow.
Again, let's set a specific time so they know.
Tomorrow
are we ready tomorrow?
at dawn.
Yes,
Not at dawn.
Dawn is very dramatic.
Exactly.
Actually, the Captain Fang's forces should start tonight, and then we should move.
I'm sure we don't want to do this at dusk.
Or at noon.
I know.
A bit of sleep.
No, we don't do it because most of the forces are hobgoblins, and they are not hindered by darkness
I
like
see.
we are. Because then he can spend the night harassing and drawing the forces away, and then we start tomorrow at dawn, I guess.
Oh.
Wait, but I mean, wouldn't noon? I'm just thinking noon, the bell rings, and then suddenly, because at dawn the bell rings, people are like, wait, what's going on?
Noon is
Noon is real good there.
It's true, but then what about like lunch?
10.
Yeah, we have we have a brunch and then we.
8 a.m.
Okay. So
Again, I can at lunch because I'm doing my nails at that point.
like a 9:30 brunch, then
9:30 brunch and
Have a
then.
bikini wax.
Ready for battle?
Sorry, I have an appointment at the Bordello
Never
again.
super stupid. Where we put your house on top of my tower, and then activate the tower, launch the house, and then turn on the house.
Yeah! Oh no, mouse!
It's either that or we do
About, do
blar.
we have any bombs?
Well,
Do we have any left?
Captain Fang
Yeah, boom.
scratches his cheeks like,
Yep.
I think we used most of them during the whole battle thing at the harbor. I have enough to blow a bridge up, I believe. That's it.
That's dramatic.
Oh,
How about we blow up the Duke?
it just.
Okay, we can't. He said it was a bridge, not a duke. Like he would have said. Mr. Glover's duke.
I don't think they're related. I think
No.
she's just on the list.
But only
What list?
Ian,
Do you
I
want
actually
the
have
list?
this.
Sir
foldable ladder.
James?
Oh,
That's
As long as you
specifically
get the
have
title.
foldable
Yeah,
ladder.
that's right.
It goes quick and then it's
I mean, like 30 foot or something like that. Like,
that's perfect. That's exactly the height of the tower.
Yeah, that's It is somewhat covered in snake skin, but that's a different matter.
Again, essentially, it looks like a rope ladder, only that it just gets solid when you.
Just goes quick. There it is.
So I could be holding that at the top, and then
Yeah.
Sniper could be holding that near the other end, and then I could just extend down.
Yeah. That will work. That will work.
Or alternative, he could hold the bottom and you could stand on top, and you activate and you get further elevation.
I also have a do-it-yourself ladder.
Do you have any possibilities?
Yes.
Essentially,
I
sticks
also
and nails.
have
and hammer.
a bunch of do-it-yourself snakes. These are eggs.
Okay, when do we attack?
I really
What
should have
time?
brought all the inventory, shouldn't I?
Snakes
And they
and
crack
ladders,
off.
weird different.
12:30.
What about we decide the time? We just hit the church bell, then sing a chorus throughout the various city bells.
That is very dramatic.
How about 12:10 then? Because then people won't confuse it with the bell that rings at 12.
Right.
Yeah.
Or the bell that rings 12:15.
But they might mistake it for the one that's 12:15.
They have to
And they're
bring
like,
a awful lot, don't they?
Small as that is what church primarily do. Make a long noise.
Okay, Kriana and her crew, they go to the Echo Swamps and cause a distraction.
Yes, indeed.
No, and Captain Thing.
Ah!
Because
Yes,
we decided he was distracting us.
Captain Fang causes distraction by sea.
Nope.
No.
Swamp.
Like
What's a
swamp.
swamp?
Yes, Nair is just the sea.
Yeah.
Okay. But Neris will probably need someone to accompany her.
Well, she brings along a force of
She
people that can.
she's a pretty powerful.
Okay,
She
Neris
has-
plus
and
people.
She can rail some. She can rail some. ass.
Kharakaz says, I have a couple of my druids walk along with her, take some of the black dregs, not to put down the ship, but still, a dragon on board the ship should.
Okay, ship
So have this.
distraction. Okay.
I also know this. That's my hand.
Davri
Invisible snake.
and Jace.
Oh, get off.
You're rallying people up.
Yes. Whoop.
As Sura and Net.
Sura was coming with us.
Okay, but she's already going into town right now, telling people.
Oh yeah, but I meant when we attack.
But the attack.
Ataku!
Yeah, rallying the people.
It just occurred to me that there's actually a magical item in this game that is draw monster cardo.
Oh yeah! Draw! Monster Cardo! Take a me.
Okay, Forrester and
specific thing of
Wilbur.
monsters.
Ah.
Very good draw and
Would be,
summon monsters.
Yes. Yeah, snipers,
True
essentially.
monster.
Yes. Snipers.
I do have that as well. It's all snakes. All snakes all the time, one ladder.
And Metal, the Warforged, says, what do you want us to do? We are pretty good at the front line.
You will be helping
Help
Davri.
me. That's
Very well.
Nat will also be helping you guys and the Warforge.
Olivia and Burning Mace would also be at Swamp, I believe you said.
Yes. Captain Fang. Olivia plus crew. Ronnie. Sura. Was that her name?
Yeah, Sura.
Sura and Aurora, we are assassin team.
Yep. It's going to be good.
Getting some static. Or maybe some shooting.
Yeah, right,
Maybe
you have the
some
flash, right?
distance static.
Okay, we have a plan. What time?
It isn't.
Well done.
shooting
At the sound of the bell.
No, shooting.
At the sound of the bell. Who rings the bell?
It's like I do.
It's some hitty. It's a club.
Good.
I will march from the Temple of Flag. I'll ring you about the Temple of Flag. I'll march from the Temple of Flag out to the Zork Estate.
Yeah, and then you
Yes.
have Anastasia join you off,
We
essentially.
will be ready before that, and you'll put the tower up on this road here.
They,
Oh, yeah,
he gets the tower first. That way.
You get the tower.
I use them with some mouse.
Yes. As soon as that bell rings, the tower goes up, and you guys are ready.
As soon as that bell rings.
Kriana, Captain Fang, Olivia, and everyone else, they're situated in Echo Swamps. They cause a distraction. They begin tonight. Or at dusk, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
At night.
At night/dusk.
Yeah.
And Neris and her people, they cause a distraction right before the bells go off.
And take over the ship. essentially.
Yes.
Alright.
Good. We have a plan.
Let's do it.
Very well.
We should go into town. Who's joining us?
Let's go to town.
Well, Sura is already there,
Yeah.
moving through her contacts and essentially spreading the word within the resistance
Could
network.
Olivia help with the masking of scent?
Certainly. Hold on. Natural 20. Yep.
Why did you?
I am blessed or what?
You could stand right next to a demon and you wouldn't
Doesn't
know
it feel
you
like
were there.
suggesting that someone stands on the corner and being like, "Have you heard the good news? Get out of town." Have you heard the good news?
Join or flee. Join or flee. Join or flee.
Fucking leave.
Okay, I will go to the... Casimir, would you like to join me to the bordello? We can start spreading word from there.
Certainly.
Amongst other things.
Oh, teleportation. Yes.
No, don't worry. And he casts fly,
Okay. Yay!
which you have tried before, so...
Yes, with my brother.
Or I'll just be in all the inns. I just I pass as a native speaker.
Yep, right,
And then I just go around talking, but I also talk in thieves' camp. I go, so there's a thing going on.
Bumps and apples and...
Do you know Thieves' Gun was a real language?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of real languages.
You could find it online, actually.
Oh, that's great.
And you
I
go
bet the
around
word whack came from there.
preaching.
Yeah,
It meant your fair share.
I tell people about how
Whack!
a story from the Book of Flaga, how in the darkest times, in the early morning, a bell rang out, which rang in the Savior, and how the people rose up to get it to overthrow it. Just give it like 12:30 tomorrow, guys.
Yeah.
People are going, right, this is really specific.
It's completely new step for religion.
And about the killing of Maro. Have you heard anything?
When you arrive in the town, you can see there are a lot more soldier present than usual. And they are knocking down
yes,
doors. They are. You can actually see. Usually the barges are in the ordinary forms. They are not now. They are just moving around, jumping onto and leap up to walls. Like.
Oh, am I glad I have.
You're like.
In the town of Beta Coast.
And you, at one point while you're preaching, you see a soldier like walking towards you, and then you see like a loop, or rather a chuck from the judge. And he just drags the corpse into the alley, and then he appears again, the same dead soldier, because that's what Nat can do. He can take on the form that he kills.
Everyone is like, I'm not here with this. Because it kind of gotta be.
And then he uses the rest of the time to like say, "Hey, you guys, you should probably go over there. I'll keep an eye on this guy." Blake like,
People are like, is he having
Wait, there's a what?
Timmy's down the well?
Tell me more about this.
I think you've had enough, sir.
Really tell me more about this blue rock.
And what about you, Ian? What are you spending the day doing?
Well, I go to the Church of Hedmar, and I essentially copy what he's.
Yeah.
I have slightly more connections there.
Yeah, again, you are known in the local community.
Yes.
So yeah.
So I'll go. Well, people who are inclined for like good times should probably hang out. But if you're not really in the mindset of that, I would suggest that tomorrow at approximately 12:30 will be a really good time to be out in the wilderness hunting.
And again, try to roll a persuasion check.
A persuasion check.
Yeah.
Well,
First roll of the day!
15.
15. Again, you convince most people to actually join in the fight, again, because they are seasoned warriors and so forth. You have actually been on a couple of hunts with them. There's, of course, the old guys like, I was born and raised here, and I won't go never leave.
I was born and raised in the town, I'm gonna die in this town.
What about you, Jace?
I go around pouring
I think I'll essentially do the same, except I go around to the local taverns.
Okay, so you're joining Blake?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I know he's crazy, right? By the way, tomorrow.
Casimir and I will give.
Get distracted.
No. We will tell it to the workers at the bordello and have them say to the clients that they believe will help us.
During?
By the way.
Why not?
Oh yeah, I'm getting there. Speaking of getting where, you know where you should be getting.
If they believe it's best to talk about this during work, it's okay.
Some guys like really into it. Yes, let's overthrow.
Yes.
And for people who are on Thatched, like after you come, you should probably leave.
Yeah, so they can spread the word like that, and also they can move throughout town and
They
speak
spread the word and other things.
Yeah.
Not syphilis though.
No, syphilis is definitely syphilis.
Yeah, gone is real.
George
Either you get out of town or I tell your wife.
Here you help.
But you are my wife. Wait, yeah.
Oh, well, consider me told then.
Then why am I charging you still? This is not.
No, best married ever.
Wait,
Depends on who you are.
Isn't it just people out of town?
Then you like me.
I do, I love to drink!
Get caught in the
Who likes that?
Why do you like getting wet?
Well,
Right.
At some point, late day, Blake and Jatsu hear a door being kicked in during one of your tavern's visits. And you see these 3 muscular orcs followed by like 6 goblins. And you have these mad deranged looks like,
Yeah, that checks out.
Alright, we heard some rebel stomping around here.
Rebel? Wait, what? So how much alcohol has been dropped on the floor in here? I'm just just in case.
let's. Again, I don't know where you're heading, but and I like it.
I'm just curious.
Oh, they have been sloppy. There's a whole keg that actually just spilled out just moments before, so just.
As soon as it looks like there's going to be conflict, I just drop over a kick. Wet terrain, motherfuckers.
So I just keep quiet.
Yes,
Sip my beer.
You can see the most muscular of dogs, a female one, 2 pigtails.
Aww.
Again, really bodybuilder type, like tank top. That's
She's
far
a
too small.
punch queen.
Right.
if Davy was there, he would be.
Okay.
That.
But then again, he'd be all over.
Again, everyone is his type. She looks towards you, Jason.
Miss Barb.
Hey, are you from around here, eh?
Not originally, no.
No.
Nope.
Who the fuck are you?
The name is Jace, Sir Jace. Thank you. Member of the aristocracy, entire thing. Yes, hello. Can I buy you a beer? You seem very, very charming.
Yeah, certainly.
Fine, man.
With a one, yeah, you can buy.
I buy 1 for all 6 of them.
And they're like, what will we hanging? I don't know. I'm getting drunk. This is awesome.
I just made some expensive business here. I earned lots of money. Y'all can share in it.
I'm getting this started to drink and they have a laugh.
With the chat here, the choo-choo.
Yeah, we can do dodge that bullet completely.
Are we done with the whole thing?
Unless there's anything specific you want to.
No, it's just when we get back to Crone Hill, I wanna. We have an armory of some kind.
Yes and no. As Navras have claimed a lot of weapons, transport them in.
Can I get a lance?
Actually, when you arrive, Navras hands you an item.
Flux rod?
It was seemingly a weapon wielded by Lady Sahana of the Green, which was never used during combat, but she could sense great magic and hand it to you. And you can see it is essentially like the handle of lance, but it's missing the spear part of it.
Thanks, Neris. Appreciate the club. I was thinking more of the lance and like. It's just magical though.
Yeah, okay, you can feel it.
Magical.
And after half an hour, all it takes to tune it, you get
The lance saber?
Yeah, you get the specific lance we talked about.
Yeah. Which I know has another name, but
Yeah, but
lance saber.
again, I can't recall the gale force.
No, pretty sure it's lance saber.
We see a debris essentially like. So how does this? And the lance comes out, and it's just a swirl, almost like a small tornado.
Of light, I assume.
Essentially. And you can also see that his feet actually stops to connect with the ground. He starts to float a bit.
Ah!
I go.
Hey, Davri,
But
you nightmare?
But what are you attuned to at this point? You are attuned to your armor. You're attuned to your glaive.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the fuck you. So it's,
Oh, you're right. Warhammer.
Yeah. So it's gonna be glaive, lance, and armor.
Yeah, what the fuck you?
Yeah. It has that.
Essentially, that's the last finger. He had 5 wishes on one stone statue, and it was then and turned into a hammer.
Oh, that's fun. Right. So I still have this.
Ooh, I should also check what I'm.
Yes. Now says maybe we should all go around, see what we have of magic items, see what we're attuned to.
Sure.
Well, I got myself my longbow cuckoo-lane.
Yeah, how would you describe that bow?
Just the bow that was in the picture.
I can't recall it right now, but does it look like a gnarly branch, or is this like a proper martial weapon, like craftsmanship, or? Okay, yeah. So it's probably made essentially. Probably elven in design, or maybe even Feywild.
That makes sense for the Feywild. Yeah. I also got myself these braces of archery, and I got a cloak of displacement, which I keep losing.
It was like, no.
I will be eyeing his cloak of displacement with interest.
And you and you see, we can see she starts to get cross-eyed.
Considering I have black eyes. It's like wearing sunglasses where you can't see where they're watching.
And I can't recall what Naris is attuned to. I know she has the Horn of the Emerald Keeper, which essentially allows her to grant a magic horn in any beast form. So even as a parrot, she can be quite deadly.
Unimorph.
Or 4-horned Triceratops. Yeah.
Just to fuck with everyone.
A quatser. Of course. I have the cloak of protection, a roll switch, and the flux rod. And then I have my Moor rod.
Casimir, do you need anything? Magical?
I am magical. But
I meant
thank you.
weapon-wise.
And you
No,
also
I
have
prefer to
Yeah,
candles. I thank you.
Does
And you
anyone
see
need
Ned's
this?
like, oh, what you got?
I have my sword, and I take out Mind Render. I have a gun. I'm like, do you want it? Only if you return it. You got memories.
That means I have to survive, so I'm in for that.
Good.
I have this bill. Also this mace.
And then,
Also,
then he
my
realizes,
weapon
wait, I can actually use the same ability with my own. Maybe you should find somebody else.
Somebody else?
Yeah, it would fit them better.
Wilbur!
This becomes a spike gun.
You need a sword.
I only use my crossbow, so no.
Oh god. There's no one else I trust. Captain Fang is not getting my sword.
Like, don't you need?
Well, not in a way he'd like.
Well, she has braces of infinite daggers.
Of infinite blades, actually, but I do have it. Yes, I have my Gambler's Fortune, I have my Boots of Haste, and I have my braces.
Right.
So I am topped up.
Perhaps some of your Skynomad crew.
I also have this. Oh, it's in there? Just kidding.
Yeah.
It was like, what's the most long distance spell I can cast?
Okay, where is the Sky Nomad? Have we heard anything from them?
The Sky Nomad?
The Sky Nomad.
Oh, the Sky Nomad.
You know our ship?
Yeah.
We own?
I think
We own a ship.
it's somewhere up north, I think.
Actually, it was essentially following your course, so it flew first to Jotunheim and then to Delta Bay. So it should arrive soon.
Any
Maybe.
mention to the clouds, I'm happy? Yeah, thank you.
We need you. Can anyone cast Sending?
Well,
To someone else!
Olivia
Let's see.
says, suddenly I can.
You haven't met any of our crew.
No, I haven't. But should be possible, or at least doable.
Yeah, from a description, yes, it's short.
Can I get the place handbook? It should be underneath the
it's
map.
underneath the map.
Is there?
I will hold stuff.
Is it just sending you want? Yes. Okay, I got it here.
Okay.
You have it?
Mm-hmm.
How long does it take to attune something?
No.
It has to be a creature with which you are familiar.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Couldn't you instruct Captain Riley to attack tomorrow when they hit the bells? Get a bit closer and then help us attack?
Get a little bit closer.
Because we have an amazing crew.
Yes.
They'll probably be good in this fight. Are we even getting any money out from this? I can't remember.
Yeah. The set amount has been agreed upon, but yeah.
What's that? Okay.
We do get funds.
I believe it's someone akin to 25,000.
All right, from the Queen.
Oh, yes.
24,000.
Ah, yes. We
Maybe
need to
even
be-
more, depending, because essentially your mission was just to prepare for a draconian invasion, but you're doing more than that, so perhaps there will be more.
Maybe we could get to meet the Empress.
Well, some of them have actually.
Yes, I haven't.
You mean Witch Queen?
Yes.
But yeah, who's casting sending?
That would make any sense.
Yes.
I don't have it.
No.
You don't?
There's no sending.
Oh.
What? Hello? Sorry? What?
Then we
Okay.
get screw. Does Neris have sending?
There's
Scrying.
Does Sika have something?
He hasn't met any of the people. Sika? Oh wait.
Actually, he has met some of them, or at least has seen them.
That's true.
I'm just double checking whether or not a druid.
But that's
And
isn't that what we want?
But he's sort of a unknowable, weird,
Frenemy.
somewhat frenemy being. So I don't.
I see.
Sending, is that third level or something?
Yeah, it's third level. Can only be learned by
Speak with plants.
bards, clerics, warlocks. and
Well,
We do have a cat
Oh,
time.
yeah. Neris can specifically speak to the
Yeah,
cactus.
but it has to be within casting distance.
Okay.
Well, however, she can cast Animal Messenger, but
Yeah.
it will take time.
How much time?
Like a day's time.
Couldn't we just
Oh.
tie a thing onto Arthur and fly up there? Just make him
You know what? I can just fly out. Right?
We can just fly out.
That's my nightmare.
Yeah.
Cast
You
magic,
do
cast-
sort of have a demon horse from hell. That's true.
That can fly.
I suppose the demon horse from Kentucky?
No, it would technically.
Is that the start of a mad level?
It would be a demon horse from the
If
abyss.
we can't get anyone to do it, then I have to fly out. Jace,
Yeah.
can you cast invisibility?
Yes, I can.
on
You
the
can just
enemy?
move through
No
the
problem.
ethereal plane.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
No.
Yeah. I can
How
just...
far away is it? It's probably more than 500 feet.
Yeah.
500 feet is not a lot.
No, it's just because I could just dimension door her then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say because
Indeed.
Dabri has talked with Pannon, he has been given the book that Pannon had forgotten to give the group, which is essentially a book with 25 uses of the sending spell. So
Yeah.
Oh, we have a book.
the book of sending.
Book of
So
sending.
you can scribble down a message and then just rip it out. So.
Oh right, it's the one with the face on it. And then
No, again,
you
it's
just
clear.
come into contact with people you sort of know.
Clearly, it's a blue bird. That's
Yeah,
on
it's a blue book with a face on it, and you usually come to contact with people you sort of know. Yeah.
I think it's called Twatter or something like that. But yeah, again, you can easily. And as soon as you write down the message, it will fly off as like an origami bird. So, what do you write to Captain Ryan? Just brief. You don't have to.
We
pedantic
write
about it.
that they should fly the ship closer, not too close, until like as close as they can without being noticed. And when they hear the bells go off, they come to aid us.
Or if they're fighting.
Yes, and they start fighting as soon as they land.
Yeah, and essentially you see the pages folded up to an origami bird, flies a bit, and does.
Well, that didn't work.
And about a minute later, it appears again.
Like,
Yeah.
And what you can see is
There's that face going like
Captain Ryan is like, well, we can be at the coast in about 2 hours. We are almost there.
Gif of the program.
Okay.
Do it.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I just had them to come as close as they could, and then wait until they
Yeah.
hit the bells.
Essentially, they tell you
tomorrow
that
I'll
they should attack from the coast. Essentially,
There's a guy from the.
Yes. Okay, and then we have action.
Have you not smelled your booster yet? Just going.
Okay, I put Mindrender into my bag of holding, and I hold it for when Skynomad comes because
No lying ball either.
I'm thinking someone will.
yeah, there's probably one of your members that can use it.
My rare was back to basics, which means
I should probably share a bit of mine because I have way too many too.
Basic lands not tapped when you
You do?
no, a non-basic lands.
So
So I'm attuned to Winter's vestments, my clothes, my Rod of the Packkeeper, and
non-basic lands.
Well, not the staff, ironically, but the lens.
The opponent.
Is that an attunement?
I can't remember if it is.
I don't think it is. It's just a single spell. That you
Okay,
cast once
in
per
that
level.
case, I think I almost rather have the Ring of Acid Resistance because I don't really tend to use the staff. It looks dramatic.
And you also tend to. You also want to.
You wouldn't take-
a lot of acid. Yes, so much.
You wouldn't take an old man off his staff.
Meaning that, yeah, so I went quickly use the staff.
Again, I would take one that looks like a serpent. Yeah, Jafar, give it to me.
I mean, I did once also have the Boots of the Winterlands, but I
What
sort
does
of lended
your
those to
snake
use.
staff do?
Yeah, and then he.
And then he...
Oh,
Ladies.
Because I mean, I also have a snake staff. Well, I
I
have.
think Forrester's trying to talk
have a
to
snake
you
and half a ladder.
guys.
It's a.
Guys! Who did you try to talk to? Really?
I was just listening.
When you said ladies.
Well, then he said, what does the snake staff do? And then I said, ladies.
Oh.
Because obvious joke is obvious.
Obvious jokes.
Just gonna fold this up.
So should we get ready for the morning?
Yeah.
I
Comes in my comedy pouch.
go to the coastline here, and then I plant my tower, and then I hope in the morning it will... That's how that works.
Then you water it, sing to it.
That's the command one.
Very well.
What is the command?
So,
If you say
all
get sweet,
preparation
yeah.
at ready? Are all the preparations set?
I am ready. I have cut my
I too
hair.
am ready.
I will be keeping Arthur close at hand because I think the magic resistance might be useful.
You should just cock your dragon.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Watch out, he's loaded.
Okay, I go out into the woods where I'm isolated, and then I put the hand on the symbol, and then I say, "If you let me die tomorrow, I'll kill you."
Yeah, that's how you ask for a favor.
I don't care if you're a god, just I have business, and you know this, so don't let me die. And then I go back.
I just know the reason business isn't like an actual business, like
You don't know.
you
don't
like
have a
bakery.
Yeah. I have to take care of. Look, I have mouths to feed. Okay, I am an entrepreneur.
Thanks for listening. The intro music was by Philip Fischer, whereas the outro music was by Martin Kerr. The other pieces which are mentioned in the description down below were by Kevin MacLeod. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we hope to see you again in Doraken.